Unfortunately, biodiversity is decreasing so much in our country, and still, where if everyone made just simple little changes where it wouldn't actually disrupt their day-to-day lives, it would make a huge difference.
Carbon is only one part of the puzzle, one part of the overall environmental puzzle, and there is a danger of becoming so tunnel vision, so tunnel focused on it that we focus on carbon to the detriment of everything else. Organisations really need to start to broaden their horizons and really start to have a look at things like, their impact around biodiversity and ecology, for instance. We've seen record losses of biodiversity, record species decline, all of these things over the last 15, 20, 25 years. And effectively, there is no sign of that slowing down.
Britain is one of the most nature-depleted countries of the world. We need to do something about it, not just because of ethical and moral responsibility, but also nature is doing things for us on a daily basis without us necessarily noticing it, but it's there all the time.
All businesses that can should engage with nature, because it's the thing that is going to be, outliving all of us.
We are inherently a rainforest landscape. We're a rainforest people, ultimately, and we've forgotten that because we've chopped it all down and made way for agriculture. Which is I'm not pointing the blame at anyone there. That's what has been incentivised, and we also need to feed people. And food production is a huge part of our lives and our economy. So it's how do we coexist?
I think just looking at the way in which you operate and looking for even just the small wins initially, reducing your electric footprint, thinking about how staff get to work, think about how you use the grounds, if you have some grounds, if you have a roof. Much of this is about all the small little wins we can make, as well as the bigger things, the bigger operational things.
Any steps that improve habitat, it could be for solitary bees, it could be for butterflies, it could be for bumblebees. Any small action that you make is going to have an impact.
Just letting areas overgrow, letting our natural plants grow through, then obviously encourages the invertebrates to come through. So just looking at, okay, where can we make simple changes that will improve biodiversity, but then also be less work for the maintenance team as well. So again, we'll be saving us money. So it's a no-brainer.
As well as environmental reasons for biodiversity, there are also increasing demands from a business perspective.
Over the next 5-10 years, organisations are going to have to be reporting around their broader environmental impact, their biodiversity impact, their ecological impact, not just their emissions. So I think it's fundamentally important that, yes, absolutely focus on the emissions, focus on carbon, focus on your carbon footprint, because it's easier to measure and it's something tangible and the like. But don't lose sight of the fact that carbon is effectively just one part of a much bigger puzzle, a much broader kind of puzzle that needs solving.
Net zero carbon, all of that stuff is really, one piece of quite a broad environmental journey for us. As a brewery, water is a massive thing, but we have a huge impact across the southwest. So it goes far beyond just carbon and energy.
The key thing is you need to understand how environmental issues basically impact your business over long periods of time, and you need to translate it into your corporate strategy so that you can do something about it, as it were.
Doing good for the environment and doing good business are not irreconcilable, and that there are lots of businesses who want to do the right thing and actually can benefit from doing the right thing.
There tends to be a nice correlation between reducing your environmental impact and actually reducing some costs in your business.
Well, I do think it's really important, not just businesses, but everyone engages with nature. We are nature, and without the natural world, we wouldn't exist.
To find out how the University of Exeter can support your organisation's climate and nature actions, please visit greenfuturesolutions.com.